Hey, what's up, everyone? It's me, only on PlayStation VR 2. So finally, we got somebody that is doing a unbiased, proper review of PlayStation VR 2. Finally. And who better than Adam Savage Tested? You know, if anybody knows anything about the VR, it is Adam Savage Tested. The guy has 6.1 million, over 6 million subscribers for a reason. And finally, somebody that does a proper review of this VR headsets. Of course, I'm not going to go throughout 40 minutes of this video because the video is 40 minutes. I will leave a link down below where you guys can go check it out. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you his final closing statement and what he thinks about this VR headset, because he spent time with this VR headset. Yes, he got it. Sony gave it to him. And finally, somebody that actually reviews a PlayStation VR 2 headset without kissing Sony's ass, if you know what I mean. Clearly, he's got 6 million subscribers. He doesn't have to kiss anyone's ass. And hold on, I got to give him a like first. And I forgot to do that. I got to give the guy a like. Great review. I will leave a link down below if you guys want to watch the whole thing for yourself. 40 minutes. He goes in depth on everything. All of these games, everything that I have mentioned, he mentions it here. But you're going to have to watch the video for yourself and see the whole thing. But I'm going to play the last segment, the last few minutes that he put in closing on how he feels about a PlayStation VR 2 headset. So this is how you do a proper review as a journalist, someone who has understanding and understands the VR market and is familiar with the VR market. So this is how you do a proper review without being bought by Sony. So let me play it for you. And after he finishes this segment, I will also give my follow-up thoughts on it as well.
And compared to the first PSVR's launch lineup, it does feel like there's less effort this time around in creating novel experiences unique to PSVR 2. You're not getting that free PSVR worlds. There's no Astrobot on this system yet. And even the developers they've worked with, no one's really, because a lot are working off of ports maybe, no one's really tapped into all of the features of this headset, of the controllers, of that eye tracking, I feel like at this launch. There isn't a great showcase of that stuff outside of Call of the Mountain, which is that singular title, and wouldn't call it necessarily a system seller. An essential game, yes, if you have the headset, but not a game that's good enough to warrant going out and buying a PS5 in addition to spending $550 on a PSVR 2. So as we wrap things up, there are really a couple different audiences out there who may be watching this, who I have different recommendations for. If you are a PS5 owner and you don't have a VR headset, and maybe you didn't get PSVR 1, or maybe you did, this is going to be kind of a great mid-generation upgrade to the PS5. I mean, the PS4 and PSVR 2 had several hundred games by end of life, and it's unlikely Sony's going to come out with another VR headset for the PS5. So this is it, and getting in on this early, you're going to be able to get all the new games and follow the whole generation of PSVR. All that quality of life improvements, the improved image quality, tracking, ease of setup makes this just a leaps and bounds generational leap over that first PSVR. Now, if you have a VR headset, like you might have a Quest 2, or you might be curious about moving into like a PC VR space, I'd say you could probably hold off. Look at what games are announced in the coming months. Look at what games might come out toward the holiday season before thinking about buying a PS5, which are now more widely available just for the PSVR 2. And if you are a big VR enthusiast and you have all the headsets and you are playing PC VR, I think you probably hold off as well. I mean, this is not a headset that's going to work in PC VR. By all accounts, because of the way it's doing its tracking and all the proprietary technology, there's no way that someone's going to be able to reverse engineer putting this and plugging it into a PC. And so you're locked into PS5, and that money might better be spent with another PC VR headset, because there are so many other games also on that platform, on Steam VR. So really, it does come down to those games and experiences. And GT7, Resident Evil Village, maybe going forward, Sony instructs developers to make their flat screen games with VR in mind for VR ports. If that becomes a trend, then I could absolutely see this taking off. But the thing that has made consoles so strong over the past couple of decades compared to maybe a PC option are the exclusives, are the unique experiences that are allowed by those consoles. And at launch right now, there are just not enough of those, I think. I think the hardware is solid and it's great. I've been having a great time with it, and the ease of setup is amazing. But I'm still waiting for those games. Come on.
And ladies and gentlemen, that's how you do a proper in-depth review of PlayStation VR 2. Now, I'll leave a link down below so you can watch 40 minutes in-depth everything that he tested. Now, this is how you do it as a journalist. Unbiased, no bias here. He talks about the positives, but he also has to address the negatives. Everything has a good side and then the bad side. You know, everything has its good side and the bad side. Everything has its positives and the negatives. There's no such thing as a perfect device. And I think this is important thing to remember when you are reviewing something. There is no such thing as a perfect console or a perfect this or perfect that. The word perfect shouldn't even be used. There's going to be some positives and there's going to be some negatives about the VR headsets. And this is how you do a proper review. That's what I'm saying. So what does this mean? Does this mean don't buy the VR headset, buy the VR headset? No. His opinion shouldn't affect your decision making on whether you should buy it or don't buy it. But at least he's giving you both positives and negatives. What are the positives? The positives are technology that's built inside. It's pretty cool. Even today's PC headsets don't have that technology. And then he talks about the negatives. The negatives are you can only use this for the PlayStation. And how many PlayStation experiences are you going to have that going to utilize this VR headset? How many applications from the PC are going to jump in to the PlayStation to utilize this technology, right? Are we going to have big screen VR? Are we going to have all VR chat, all these other applications to take the advantage of the PlayStation ecosystem? I doubt that much is going to happen because Sony is Sony and they want everything to be on their ecosystem. So what he's basically saying, yes, this is a great technology, but it's a limited use, meaning that you're only stuck with PlayStation ecosystem. And whatever you get is what you get on whatever's approved from Sony for you to play on the PlayStation VR 2. And that's what I've been saying. And this is what people don't seem to understand. Because they're so blinded by their fanboyism, they can't see past that. You know, they can't see nothing past that shit. So this is exactly what I've been saying. PlayStation VR 2 has cutting-edge technology built into it, but it's limited use. What do I mean by that? Like I just mentioned, and he mentioned, you can't use it with a PC. That's no good. You can't use it with your PlayStation VR 1 library of games. You can't. Wouldn't it be nice to take advantage of all those PlayStation VR 1 games to replay them again on your PlayStation VR 2 headset. Wouldn't that be nice, right? These are the things that I've been talking about. You know, and everybody went after me. Everybody wanted to crucify me on a cross. Everybody wanted to ridicule me because I was making sense. I was talking the facts, you know. And this is how you do a proper review. Forget those other prima donna fanboys who are doing reviews. Everything's great. Nothing's negative. This is the guy. This is how you do a proper review. Unbiased, honest, as the journalist should be. Unbiased, okay? So what does this mean? This means he's telling you, hey, this is what you get. Here's the positives, here's the negatives. All right? Take it for what it is. You want to spend $600? Okay, just remember, you're going to be only limited to PlayStation ecosystem. You're not going to be able to use all those other applications. You're not going to be able to watch the VR porn. You're not going to be able to experience Steam and what they have on there and all their applications experiences. You're going to be limited. With this technology. It's a great technology, but it's a limited technology, and that's exactly what he's saying. So how much is that worth it to you? Those games that are currently available, I don't know. The Call of the Mountain, it's not exactly a system seller. It's a short experience, but it's nothing extraordinary. Then you got Resident Evil Village, which is okay. Resident Evil Village is going to be coming on a PC anyway. And then you got Gran Turismo 7. So really, it's a Gran Turismo 7 and Switchback at the moment. Pavlov, it's available on the Quest. Pavlov, it's available on the PC. So, and you're going to need the PlayStation 5. So there's that too. No backward compatibility with the PlayStation VR 1. So that sucks. So I have to use my old PlayStation VR 1 and my PlayStation 4 Pro to enjoy my PlayStation VR 1 experience instead of having everything in one. So there you have it. This is exactly what I've been saying. This is how you do a proper review. So what does this mean? Should you buy it? Should you not buy it? You have to make that decision. I cannot make that decision for you, and I'm not going to make that decision for you. He is not going to make that decision for you. You have to decide on your own whether or not it's worth $600. No one else can make that decision for you. What he did, it's only facts. Here are the facts. Here's the positives, here's the negatives. Here's what it comes with, and here what it supports, and here what it doesn't support. And now it's up to you to decide whether or not it's worth it. So, bravo, kudos to Adam Savage Tested. Great review. This is how you do a review. All right, guys, I'm out. There you have it. I brought you a bunch of videos today for you to watch. There you have it. Thank you for watching.